He touched my arm and I didn't move. That's where it all began. My marriage had been passionless for years, an echo of what it once was. We moved around each other like shadows in a dim room. We ate dinner in silence, each bite louder than the last. We slept inches apart but miles away. I felt invisible, like a ghost haunting my own life. Then one afternoon the kitchen sink began to leak. My husband barely looked up from his laptop when I told him. "I don't have time for that right now," he muttered. Later that day, our neighbor David knocked on the door. He was younger, maybe 10 years or so. Single. Always smiling. Always polite. "I heard about the leak," he said, lifting a small toolbox. "I've got time if you need a hand." When he crouched down in front of the sink, he brought more than just tools. He brought attention, presence, something I hadn't felt in years. First, the conversation was light, innocent. We talked about faucet parts and water pressure. I made a joke about how useless I was with tools. He smiled, then paused, his eyes meeting mine in a way that felt too long to be casual. Then he said it. "Has anyone ever told you how beautiful you are when you're upset?" I laughed, not because it was funny but because he meant it. He looked at me like I was real, like I existed, and it had been so long since anyone did. I reached over to pass him a wrench. Our hands touched, brief, accidental, but his thumb brushed along the back of my hand, slow, like it meant something. He looked up at me. I didn't pull away. He finished the repair. But he didn't leave. "Could I have a glass of water?" he asked. I nodded and poured him one. He sat across from me at the kitchen table, glass in hand, eyes still studying me. "I don't understand," he said, quiet but direct, "how your husband can have you and not see you." I felt my body tighten. My breath caught in my chest. I stood to leave the room, run from the moment, from the truth of it. But he followed. Behind me. His hand landed gently on my arm. His breath skimmed the side of my neck. "If you let me," he whispered, "I'll make you feel like no one ever has." Closed my eyes. He didn't kiss me. He didn't touch me beyond that. But something broke open inside me anyway. When he finally opened the door to leave, he paused and turned back. "If it leaks again," he said, "or if you just need to talk, call me." Since then, I see him from the window sometimes. He smiles at me. Sometimes he doesn't. But that afternoon, he reminded me I was alive. I didn't betray my husband with my body, but I did with my thoughts, with my longings, with that wordless ache that still sits between us at the dinner table. So tell me, does that count as betrayal?